Yo, life is hard if you don't have Jesus. Like, real talk, I couldn't imagine going through life without him. I couldn't imagine waking up every morning, going to sleep every night without the Lord in my life. I don't know. I don't think I can make it. I don't think I would be able to do it. You know, I've gone through some of the hardest moments in my life, but I was able to actually come out of it and make it because I had Jesus in my life, and I've gone through hard moments in my life too. When I was younger, when I didn't have Jesus in my life, when I wasn't, you know, a believer, or maybe I did believe, but I didn't quite live for him the way I should have, and those moments were different than going through the moments that when I actually did have him in my life. Growing up, I was depressed, heavily depressed, and suicidal, and I just, I almost committed suicide when I was 15, and that was a time period in my life when I wasn't living for the Lord, when I didn't have Him as my Lord and Savior, and it almost took me out. I almost committed suicide, and I know there's so many other people with the same story too, and I know there's so many other young people that is contemplating suicide. See, they don't realize though that committing suicide is not the answer. That's not the answer to your problems. It's not gonna fix anything. It's gonna make your situation worse, because then you're gonna wake up in a place that you don't want to be. So I'm happy. I'm definitely happy, and I'm thankful that I have the Lord in my life, that I actually live for Him, because I would be dead if it wasn't for Him. One way or another, one situation or another, I'll be dead if I didn't have Him. So I gotta be thankful. That's why I keep on living for Him. That's why I talk about Him. That's why I encourage other people to be like, yeah, like I've been on the other side when I didn't live for the Lord, and I'm on the other side now to where I am living for the Lord, and I'm telling you, it is better on this side. It is way better on this side. But the problem with some people is that they don't even want to give Him a chance. They don't even want to give Him the opportunity to change their life. They don't even want to give Him like something to work with before they discredit Him, before they even like, you know, just before they even get their full facts. Like it's a relationship with the Lord that they're missing, and that what they need is a relationship with the Lord. That's why they're going through certain issues. That's why suicide is still a thought in their head. Suicide was a thought in my head because I didn't live for the Lord, and I didn't have a relationship with Him at that time. But suicide is no longer a thought in my head. No matter how bad life gets, I don't think about ending it anymore, you know? So, and I know there's so many young folks nowadays that is thinking about it, that is contemplating suicide, that is contemplating, just ending it. But this younger generation is going through things that I don't even know how to really explain it, to be honest with you, but they're confused. They're confused, they're lied to, they're conditioned to believe certain things and to act a certain way. And it's just crazy because like I know that Jesus is coming back soon. Like I know His return is mad quick because of the acceleration of evil in this world. There's so much evil in this world that's going on, and more so than I've seen ever. So that's how I know He's coming back quick. But we got to get right. We got to get right, y'all. If you ain't living for the Lord the way you should be, and I'm speaking for myself as well, like if you ain't living the way you should be, you need to get right. I need to get right. We need to get right together. We in this together. You know, it's not a separate thing. Like, we're family. If you're a believer too, just like I'm a believer in Jesus, we family. We need to get this right. We got to do this together. You know, gone are the days of just thinking about your own self. You know, gone are the selfish Christianity. I hate selfish Christianity, to where you know the answer. You've been saved by the Lord. You know the answer, but you choose to keep it to yourself. You don't tell nobody about Jesus. You don't tell nobody of his goodness. You don't try to compel people to believe what you believe in. It's not about forcing anybody. It's just about sharing what you learned and giving people an opportunity to make that choice for themselves. It's not about forcing anybody. You know, I'm not forcing anybody to believe. I'm not forcing anybody to make that choice of inviting Jesus in their heart. I'm not forcing anybody. I'm just telling people what I've experienced. And what I experienced is joy, is peace, is salvation, is healing, it's things that people search for on a daily basis, but will never find because everything else is just a Band-Aid. It might seem like it's working, but you rip that Band-Aid off and that wound is still there. It's still present. And that's because all those other things are temporal. They're all temporary. They're all Band-Aids. They don't fix the issue. They don't heal the actual internal problem. Jesus is the only thing that's going to fill that void. Jesus is the only thing that's going to fix that issue. And but yeah, I just really kind of just wanted to talk about that a little bit, because people are going through hell on a daily basis with no solution, with no outlet. So I'm just letting y'all know the solution. There is a solution. You know, you don't have to go through it alone. You were never intended to live this life alone. You know, I'm with you. Jesus is here for you. You just got to give him a chance to help you. You got to open up your heart. Just open up your heart. Give him a chance. Give him something to work with, because, you know, he loves you and he wants to see you do better. But ain't you done trying everything else in the world? Ain't you done with drugs and alcohol? Ain't you done sleeping around? Ain't you done with all this stuff yet? Is it working? Are you happy? That's my point. If the answer is no, then how about you try Jesus? How about you give him an opportunity to change your life? How about just give him a chance? You know? But yeah, just wanted to really say that. And I appreciate y'all for sure. I really appreciate y'all for sticking with me, you know, growing together. I really appreciate y'all for sure.